Okay guys, today is the day the Ranger gets the tracks. Yep, finally gonna be enough snow that tires ain't gonna take me where I want to go. So it's time for the tracks. The tracks just bolt on like a normal tire here, right there. But there are anti-rotation bars that go on there, and you got to bolt them on two brackets that actually clamp onto the control arms of the machine. And I'll show you how they go on there once I get the tires off and the brackets on there. Okay guys, so I'm working on the front here, and first thing I run into a problem here was the guard, front axle guard, was hitting right here and on the bottom. So I just elected to take that off, and they're held in there by rivets, so I had to drill the rivets out. I may put them back on after I get these brackets installed, but it'll have to be cut. I know that because it won't fit on there the way it is. Or I may go aftermarket, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But ready to install these brackets, and they just sandwich onto the lower control arm there. Okay, so you got an upper plate, and they got arrows facing, I'm guessing, forward. I've got an owner's manual for this, but it doesn't really tell you how everything goes. So, and this is, it was off a, 2013 Ranger. This is a 16. So whether or not things are different, I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so it goes sandwiches like that and then bolts together. Okay, so it's bolted on there, guys. Sandwiched on. They're really well made brackets, looks like. They also got a little deal that latches on, sticks through, and catches the bottom plate. So, like I said, really nice looking brackets. And this is where your anti-rotation bar is going to go to. They want that, I believe, right in line with the lower ball joint to keep everything lined up, especially when you turn. You want that pivot point, I think, centered. So this side's ready for the track, I believe, so I'm going to roll it over here and see what I can do. Okay guys, so I had to take the brackets back off of the control arms, and I had to put my track up here, set it in place, and then I had to install the lower bracket onto the anti-rotation bar, and then I had to rotate it up and then bolt it on, because these anti-rotation bars don't flex enough to be able to get onto the bolt. So be aware of that. Don't bolt that on before you get your tracks up here. I believe I got everything bolted on. I got it bolted on to the hub where the wheels usually go with regular nuts. I ain't got chrome ones or nothing. You don't need to go fancy on a track system like this. So I've got one on there. I'll have to adjust the anti-rotation bars, and I'll have to look in the manual, and I'll show you how I do that. But I've got one more of the front there, and then I'll move to the back. Okay guys, so the rear is a little different. It doesn't sandwich two plates together. You got this one piece. You got this big long bolt that goes through this tubing right here. And you got these inserts that go in there. And then you got a mounting point right here that goes to here. And then your anti-rotation brackets go to here. Got this side done. You can see how it goes together there. So I'm gonna get this last track on. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go through some of the adjustments that they recommend that you do on these tracks. I'm not gonna go into super detail here. Just gonna kind of show you the adjustments and kind of what's involved in making them. Okay, so we're going to start at the front here, and what you're going to do is you're going to measure right here and then right there on the front wheels of the track, and you're going to do the same on the rear. You're going to measure from there to there on the rear wheel, and what they want that measurement to be is within 1/8 of an inch, 0 to 1/8 of an inch. So they want them running pretty straight. Okay, second adjustment on these front tracks is your attack angle of the track. Now, how you measure that is you take a straight edge across your rear bogie wheels here. You measure from here down to the ground. They recommend 12 1/8 inches. But if you have more than that, you get better or easier steering, but you get less stability at higher speeds if you increase that measurement. But they recommend 12 1/8 inches. Now the way you adjust your attack angle is with the anti-rotation bars here. That's these, and what you got to do is you got to lengthen or shorten this rod. It's got a sleeve here, and you turn that, and you got a jam nut there, and you lengthen or shorten that. And if you lengthen this, it pushes up on the track here, and you know it will make that distance smaller. And basically, it's going to give you more attack angle on your track. So that is the measurements for the front. We're going to go to the rear. I'm going to show you those adjustments. Okay guys, so the rear tracks are a little bit different than the front. You can see they're longer, but they're also the anti-rotation bars are set up a little different here. You can see they're on a bracket right here. You do need to adjust this. How you adjust it is if you draw a line through the center of these bolts this way, what you want is this anti-rotation bar to be 90 degrees to that line. So once you have that adjusted, you can adjust the length of your anti-rotation bar to adjust your attack angle. Now, the more space you have here, they're supposed to be, it says to snug them up, but the looser they are, I guess you get more climbing, better climbing ability and better flotation on loose snow. And the tighter you have them, I guess they're gonna rotate less, but I'm not sure that's a good thing. I think you're supposed to have you're just supposed to have these snug. So that's what I've done. I hope I've got everything adjusted the way it needs to be here. You do have to adjust the tracks too, the tension. But I don't have a tool for that. I may have to get one eventually. These tracks don't have a whole lot of time on them, so I can't believe that they need to be adjusted already. They feel, they don't feel loose to me, so I may have to invest in a track tensioner tool in the future. But right now I'm gonna run it like I got it here. Hopefully you guys got some information on how these tracks are adjusted here. And if you really want to go into detail on all these things, I think Camoplast has a few videos. They have a few videos on how to adjust all this stuff. Hopefully we're going to get out and do a test drive with these, see how they do. I had these on my 6x6, so I know the tracks work. Just not sure how this 900 is going to do with them. People seem to love them when they get them on there, so